Hello, I'm Bliznub and welcome to Building the Best. Today we're going to be looking at possibly my favourite primary in the game, the Tonkor, taking a step away from the syndicate weapons we've done recently as frankly they're a bit stale. Sorry, I just switched to my C page there. So, as we can see, the Tonkor has massive crit chance and not very much blast, actually less than most of the other explosive weapons in the game, so we're going to build off the crit chance. We're going to start this weapon off with Firestorm, obviously. We do not want Hellfire, we would like Infected Clip. Point Strike, building off that crit chance. Serration, Split Chamber. Vital Sense, of course, and let's finish it off with Stormbringer and Hammer Shot. Now, the first thing to notice here is that I have 6 Former on this weapon. You don't actually need 6. I made a small mistake when I was building this. 5 will do if one of these V's is a dash instead. But I like my V polarities, I'll be honest. And if I were ever to put heavy caliber on this, I wouldn't be able to run this setup. The reason I haven't put on heavy caliber is, if you see, putting it on increases all of these damages massively, but not as massively as increasing the blast radius by a quarter. Anyhow, this weapon deals relatively small amounts of damage here. We can ignore the puncture damage as that's just from the grenade's impact. The blast and corrosive values aren't that big, but if we consider in the crit chance, they are massive. So, this is a weapon I generally take to raids, so what we're going to do actually is find us some level 100 enemies. To do that, of course, we go to Mercury, as that is the only place you can truly find level 100 enemies. Everyone knows, of course, that the Lorunda Relay on Mercury is where everyone goes to test their most amazing builds ever. So we're gonna glitch the fuck out for a moment, and then take a merry saunter upstairs to find ourselves a certain Cephalon, who may or may not be insane. We're still not sure, and I'm just waiting for him to, betray us all. I'm sure that'll come in a patch or two. So, seriously, there should be elevator music in this game. How is that not a thing? And the Simulacron. So, what we're gonna do here is spawn us in level 100 Corpus. The simple reason being, Blast and Corrosive is effective against everything except the Corpus. It is extremely effective against Grineer. Obviously, the Corrosive and Blast both have bonuses against them. And against the Infested, frankly, Blast is all you need. Except against Forid. I made a mistake in a previous video. Forid actually has a 50% resistance to Blast damage, but he is, I believe, vulnerable to Corrosive. Regardless, this weapon kills him in 2 shots. So what we're going to spawn in is Corpus Tex. I am scrolling around an awful lot to find C in the alphabet. Let's find us some Corpus Tex. There we go, Corpus Tex. We're not going to go for Xmas's, I'm not insane. But we want enemy level to be 100, because of course we're on Venus. Why would we go for anything less? I'm going to go invisible here because I don't want to immediately die. Where are the techs? I did click simulate. Oh, there they are. So, that's how much damage this weapon does. And, of course, they're spawning drones everywhere. We can see it's done a mix here depending on their distance from the center and depending on how much RNG hates them. But we're seeing that most of these Corpus techs are dying to the second Tonkor. One of them, I believe, survived the second, and it took 3 to kill him, but that's a statistical anomaly. This Tonkor is ridiculous. As I say, 5 Former to build this properly, but it is so insanely, hilariously worth it. And to show off fully how insanely worth it is, let's spawn in the toughest thing I can think of and take shots at it. The toughest thing I can think of course, being the Juggernaut. Thinking about the Juggernaut actually has a mode in which he is invincible, we won't bother with that. Let's spawn in 10 Lynxes. Lynxes? Lynxies? 10 of that thing. That one boss that you can get in the Simulacrum. And I know it says level 1 there. I promise you he isn't. And of course there's a drone somewhere, so he's invincible. I didn't forget that he can do that. There we go. As you can see, the first Tonkor killed the drone, and the second Tonkor killed the Lynx, who is level 1. I may have made an error here in my judgments. Regardless, I think I've demonstrated successfully what exactly this Tonkor can do. Yeah, that Lynx I'm fairly sure was level 1. That's a bug. I should probably let DE know about that. But anyhow, this weapon is delightful, and as I say, for just 5 former, it too can be yours. I'm Bliznub, thank you for watching. Please leave a like if you've enjoyed this, comment down below, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Goodbye.